Hey everybody, welcome to the newest episode of The Bearded Gamer Show. As always, I am your host, The Bearded Gamer, Chris Arnone. Straight into good news, bad news. So first off is a piece of maybe good news. I'm still making up my mind. The CW has ordered a pilot for a Green Arrow TV show that they're just going to call Arrow. Now it's going to be written by Greg Berlanti and Mark Guggenheim, who wrote the Green Lantern movie script. Yeah, that's kind of part of why I'm like, I don't know about this. It's going to feature the co-executive producer, Andrew Kreisberg from Fringe, so that's a good show. He's going to be involved. It's going to be a modern setting, sort of retelling of the Green Arrow thing. And currently, Justin Hartley, who played Green Arrow in Smallville, is not attached to the project. Now, I'm kind of mixed when it comes to him anyway. You know, they like to take his shirt off a whole lot, which really wasn't for me. And he was an okay actor, but I really think they could find someone else. So, you know, I'm all for the, comic book stuff coming to the masses. So in that respect, I'm excited about it. But, with these pair of writers, I'm just not sure. Now, they've both done some great work in comics, but that doesn't necessarily translate to the silver screen, the small, your television. So we'll see how that goes. Now, some straight up just definitely good news. Jeff Smith's Bone, the seminal comic work from the 90s, is going to get a film adaptation. Now, this thing has been in sort of development hell for a while. That they were going to do it, and then they weren't, and they were going to, and then they weren't. And it's kind of done this for a long time. Well, it has been picked up now again, and Patrick Sean Smith, creator of ABC Family's Greek, which is a show I really enjoyed, is going to pen it, and P.J. Hogan, behind Muriel's Wedding and Peter Pan, is going to do the direction. Now, the studio behind Happy Feet 2, called Animal Logic, is going to handle, at this point, the animation for it. So that's pretty exciting. It's a fantastic, wonderful story. All ages can really enjoy it. It's just brilliantly done, and to see it done as animation, that's really the only way you could possibly imagine it done, and some great creative talent behind it. Very much looking forward to it. And they've actually said that Jeff Smith, the guy behind the whole thing, will get a final say on the script when they're done with it. So that's always great when the creator gets some creative control in the final product. All right, some bad news. Now, Microsoft has been sending out some emails trying to warn people. If you get a beta invite for Halo 4, or if you see a website that says, hey, do this and this, and you'll get a Halo 4 beta invite, it's bull. It's bunk. It's not true. Now, they have no current plans for a beta. I'm sure they will do one again. They've done one for most of the previous games. It's usually like if you buy this game, you get beta access or whatnot. But currently, they're not working on it. The game is due sometime this year, probably near the holidays, but we're nowhere near a beta stage on it. So if you see a website or an email, it's bunk. Don't click it. It's just a phishing scam. Leave it alone. There's your public service announcement. All right, we'll finish off with some good news. Now, Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance has received an official release date in Japan, March 29th. Now, you're like, well, I don't live in Japan. Why should I care? Well, here's the cool part. You see in this picture, coming with it is a limited edition 3DS with that neat little, Kingdom Hearts logo on it and the black-on-black design with the Mickey Mouse ears and the crowns and all that. So I think it's pretty cool. Not quite as cool to me as, say, the Legend of Zelda limited edition, but still pretty cool nonetheless, especially if you're a really big Kingdom Hearts fan. So that's pretty sweet, right? Yeah? All right, enough with the news. Controller confessional time. Now, there have been a bunch of rumors recently flying around about THQ. Now, a rumor had come out saying that they were canceling all of their 2014 titles because they were getting ready to sell the company. Now, since then, THQ has come out and said, no. They're all just vicious lies. That's not what we're intending to do. But of course, this could be a big, PR move. We really don't know exactly what's happening. But I thought I'd try to take some time to take a deep, hard look at THQ, how they did, what this year might look like for them, and what the possibilities are for a transaction with them. Now, 2011, not such a great year. Now, Homefront sold well, but had pretty mixed reviews. I reviewed it for Gamer Review and gave it around a 7. It was a 4-hour campaign. It was like half of a potentially pretty cool game. DeBlob 2 flat out flopped. Red Faction Armageddon was flat out dismal. Warhammer 40k Space Marine failed to sell 1 million. It actually got pretty good reviews, but didn't really move. And their WWE games did okay. The only really successful thing for them was Saints Row the Third, which got some really great reviews and sold about 3.5 million units. But one game alone isn't enough to just save an entire company, an entire publishing firm. Okay, now let's look at 2012. A couple big games coming out. Now, let's look back a couple years at Darksiders and Metro 2033. Both well-reviewed, well-received games, neither one of which really sold all that well. They weren't in the top sellers clubs. And now you have sequels to both of those coming out. Darksiders 2 is going to focus on the Death character, and Metro Last Light. And both of these are, looking to position themselves to be great games, to be a couple of the most anticipated games of 2012. But neither one of them really strikes me as the kind of game that's really going to be a huge, huge seller. I think they'll both break 1 million sold a piece, but they're not going to be big enough sellers, big enough movers and shakers to really give THQ a good year by themselves. They're going to have to do some more things than just that if they really, really want THQ to have a great year. As to whether they should sell or not, whether that would be a good thing, THQ been around a long time. They made some great games, they made some crap. Now, what's really cool is I saw that David Jaffe, who's famous for God of War and Twisted Metal, actually commented on Twitter that he would love it if somebody bought THQ and then put him in charge of it as a creative director. And I say, that would be awesome. Just imagine him and Joe Madureira combining on a new Darksiders game just blows my mind. The dark and twisty, crazy stuff, their two minds would just explosion of awesome. So, I think it could be great, and I think it could really be helpful for someone to come in and just shake up THQ and, let loose of all the stuff that hasn't done well for them for several years, reinvigorate some of their older franchises, and do some really cool new stuff for them. Get them back up and competitive with people like Ubisoft and Square Enix that are sort of in their same tier of publishers. You don't expect them to compete with like EA and Activision, but, at least get back up to a good profitable level. All right. That's enough with the controller confessional. Finish up with Nerd TV. Everybody who's seen the show knows I'm a huge fan of the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. I love this game so much. There have been so many memes that have come out of this game. Everybody I know is playing this game, and it's fantastic. Now, it probably doesn't come as a surprise, but I am not a brony. Now, for those of you not in the know, it's men who enjoy the new My Little Pony cartoon. I've given it a chance. I have a couple friends who are bronies. I watched one episode and went, no. I'm more of a Thundercats guy. Thanks. You can keep your My Little Pony things. However, I was very intrigued when I found out that My Little Pony had been awkwardly combined with Skyrim. And I could have grabbed a video online for you to see, but you know what? I have Skyrim on PC, went over to Skyrim Nexus, installed the mod, and made a video myself. And I'm still not a My Little Pony fan, and I quickly uninstalled the mod afterwards because it was just kind of awkward and weird fighting this little pony thing that was spitting fire and poison at me. But here you go. Enjoy the video. It is still pretty funny. Tell me what you think. See you next time.